Hello, and welcome to my Let's Look At / Initial Impressions of Guy vs. the Wicked and Nefarious Land. This game is available on Desura right now. I don't believe it has a Steam release, but it's a very interesting game all the same, and I thought I'd give a little peek to it. It's probably one that's not getting a lot of coverage, which is fine. It is more of an indie title, but that's the kind of games I like to play. So let's get started here. I've played the game for about 15 minutes so far. Enough to kind of get a feel for the game. A little Twitter button, a little Facebook button down here. Gotta love the social integration. Version 1.2. Play. And you can see I'm 6% of the way through. So, I'm not that far into the game, to be honest with you. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'm not going to be able to show off, just because I've only cleared the quote-unquote tutorial dungeon here. So once you start the game, you can see you have this little world map. You can obviously tell where you're going to be going. There's no mystery there. This one's not locked. Bronze lock, it looks like silver lock, gold lock, and super master holy crap lock. We also have Sakos and the Witches. This is basically a weapon shop. You can buy weapons by skills. I have 26 rubies, or ruples, or whatever it is that they're using for currency here. A sword, which I've equipped a short sword. You start the game with a dagger. I bought the short sword. You start the game with, well, you don't start the game with any amulet, but after you clear the first room in the first dungeon, you get this amulet of life. Brings you back to life one time. I actually have replaced that with an amulet of resurrection, which gives me 4 return to life. I think that's actually per room. I don't think it's 4 total. I think it's 4 per room. Mind you, like I said, I've only ever had the 1, and it did recharge after the room. But this is not really what you've come to see. And here's the witch's shop. She can sell you these relics, which you can't, of course, get because I have not enough money or something. Or maybe I need to get those relics. I'm not really sure. Select one relic and I'll reveal its secret. I can't select any. Whatevs. And then you can see you can buy these. This is the one that you got, the 1, and then there's a 2, a 3, and I picked up the 4. I had enough money for the 4, so I figured I might as well pick it up. But this is what you're going to be seeing most of in this game. There are 2 ways to control it that I've found. I believe there's actually 3, but I only have selected between the 2. One is keyboard and mouse, which is what I'm using. Keyboard to move around. That's the W, A, S, and D keys. And then click to swing. The game suggests that you actually use just the mouse, and your character will walk towards your cursor. I believe I can actually show you that in the options here. By the way, while we're here, let's take a look. You got the volume, English, and I'm guessing this is Portuguese. Full screen, which I'm actually in windowed mode. The scale, I have it to 125%. The game doesn't have a resolution setting. It just has this scale mode. If you turn this off, right, and then you go back, your character will actually just follow your mouse cursor around. The game suggests using this because it says that the other mode will lag, but I find that you can't actually get your character through the doorways very easily. You can see I have my mouse on the door. If I put my mouse any farther over and click, you click outside the game window, and shit son, your game has lost focus. And it will pause for you when it loses focus, which is nice. I assume that's not a problem in full screen mode, though. That being said, let's turn the keyboard bindings back on. Nice you can switch it on the fly. Oh, also there is the hero indicator and the mini-map. Right, so you know where you are. Now, I've never gotten lost in a mob of monsters, so I don't really think that this is necessary, but perhaps later in the game it will be. So as you can see, you break the jars. It's sort of a Zelda-like game in that sense. In fact, a lot of the stuff in the game feels like a independently developed Zelda clone. Not necessarily a bad thing, mind you. The game is very liberal with its hitboxes. I feel like a lot of times I should have taken hits, and I don't. That being said, though, everything that's hit me is either... and these guys have never landed a hit because the game is so generous. So generous. Oh, bumped into him, and then I got a little... I don't call it, a little stunned. The spike traps on the floor will kill you in 1 hit. There are none in this room that I can see. So they're kind of a pain. But you can resurrect. As you can see, I've got 4 resurrections left. I don't know how to use it. I'm guessing this is space? Yeah, space to use my haste. And then it has a countdown, a cooldown timer. I got stuck in the spider web. Spider web breaks after you kind of walk right around it. The art style in this game, it's nice. It's nice. It does feel... I've never seen these before. Will these explode when I hit them? No, I guess I just can't break them. How about this? So I'm going to break. Oh, can I push these? Is that a thing? Yep. Whoa! And they'll keep going. Well, knowing that, I now realize I probably have fudged this puzzle. I didn't realize this was actually a puzzle room. So let's see, what should I do here? I'm going to go and guess. Break this. Right. Push this over here. So this is my first pushing puzzle. Again, the Zelda similarities don't stop. If you enjoy the Zelda-style game, I think this is going to be a game you might find some interest in. Push this down. What am I going to unlock here? This door? Yep. Perfect. So the game runs in, and this is very odd, it runs in Adobe Flash. I feel a strange energy in this room. So your guy, his name is Guy. By the way, gotta love that. Your guy's name is Guy. Achievement, Swordmaster. I don't know what that is. That's my first achievement. I guess I am the master of the sword. Maybe that unlocks a new skill I can purchase from the blacksmith guy. These guys, when you kill them, they explode into a puddle of goo, as you saw over there. And the goo will slow you down. It'll also slow enemies that walk in it down, which is nice. The enemies do not appear to be impacted by these like traps, which is one right here. Oh, I just got this goo crap on me. Not that it matters, it just slows you down a bit, and then it goes away. Break the jars, collect the money. Game seems to be very liberal with its money drops, too. I was able to buy everything I wanted at the shop. After just doing the tutorial dungeon, I was able to basically buy out the shop. Minus the 2 lesser than armor ups that I didn't really need because I had already bought the better one. The music in the game, almost non-existent. It's very, very quiet. But it's just kind of like a dungeon-y background sound. Oh, got a chest. What do we got here? A emerald relic. Let's go to my menu here and see what that is. It's actually not in my menu. Okay, so that must be one of the relics that I have to take back to the witch that she can then... I don't know what she does with them, to be honest with you. The game is not very clear on what happens when you give them to her. She just said, get some relics, give them to me, I'll unlock their powers. That's cool. Also, in some rooms, this one is not one of them, but... Oh, shit, what is that? Is that like a trap? Oh, there's these mage guys casting shit. I didn't even see these scrubs down here. Didn't even see those scrubs. They're casting like black hole or something. I don't approve. I do not approve. Take them down. So, the issue with the game... Oh, those guys, when they bump into each other, they actually power up, it appears. I didn't know that. It's the first time I've even noticed that these guys can... Because they walk in like a predictable pattern. And as you just saw there, again, the game is very, very friendly to you with its hitbox. I should have been hit, for sure. Countless times, probably, I should have been hit. And the game just, like, lets you pass right through the enemies. You know, just barely squeezing by them. So, I appreciate that. Oh, we're getting a save here. Which means to start something in here. A sub-boss key. So, there you go. Got the sub-boss key, so we can go all the way back to where we started. This room here on my mini-map is the sub-boss. As far as I can tell... The dungeons are not randomly generated, so this is not the kind of game you're going to get 100 playthroughs on. It appears, anyway, that they're, you know, not different based on, you know, your first and second playthrough. This is a, appears to be like a time room. I'm guessing I just have to live through the clock. There was another room that had a wave counter in the tutorial dungeon. It kind of opened you up to the idea that certain rooms have different events that take place, which is nice. You know, it keeps things interesting, keeps things mixed up. I've got no problem with that. I don't know what that is on the ground up there, like a button or something. Oh, I'm getting pushed around. No, we're just fine. See, I'm not really sure, like, if only the spikes kill you. I just hit that. Oh, that appears to be an arrow trap. My bad. So there's one death. You can see my death counter at the bottom went from 4 available lives to 3. It does not reset the room when you die, which is nice. You just kind of die, your ghost leaves your body, and then you come back up. So no complaints there. However, it does make it feel a little bit easier. Again, not necessarily a problem. If you're not in it for the challenge. Oh, and I just died there. So obviously you can die by getting hit a bunch. Oh, I almost died from that arrow. And the clock is ticking downward. And there we go. So that would be like a mini-boss room, I guess. It's a key to the stairwell, which I'm guessing is right here, because obviously, you know. Yep, indeed. Okay, let's keep moving. I'm looking for some real challenges. So the game opens up with basically your guy, and you're in town, and you're boasting about how great you are. You're dueling everybody, and this is all just like in text. You don't actually get to actually duel. And the princess of the town, the kingdom or whatever, challenges you. You beat her, then you start hitting on her in classic indie game fashion. You're asking her to meet you at the tavern. And the king shows up and he's like, "Don't you know who that is? That's my daughter, you salty scrub." You know, and your guy's like, "So? She's a babe. I totally want to, you know, hang out with her sometime. She's good with the sword, if you know what I mean." And the king's like, "Well, if you go and clear out all of the enemies in this, you know, area outside of town, then yeah, you could totally hit on her. I'll do you one better. You could even marry her." And the guy's like, "Shit, son, I'm out of here." He leaves town. King, of course, smirks and says something like, "You'll never make it." Oh, I thought that guy was alive. I'm sitting here looking at that guy's corpse like, wow, I didn't realize they had that kind of animation. What's going on there? So, that's the story. It's a very loose story. It's not... You don't play a game like this for the story. You play a game like this for the fun combat, which I definitely think this game delivers on. And for the puzzles and that sort of thing. So I think we're going to clear out this dungeon before we call it, but by now I think you know if this is the kind of game you'd be interested in. And, oh, don't fall down the pit. I'm pretty sure that's a pit, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to fall down it. Like 95% sure that's a pit. I don't want to fall down it. So pay attention. There's spike traps there. Oh, arrow. Dodge the arrow. Like a pro. Come around this. Over this. There you go. And again, the game is being very friendly with its... Oh, turn around and swing this way. Very friendly with its hitboxes. Very friendly. This game is slanted towards the player when it comes to, like, hitboxes, your shots landing, whether or not you set off a trap. It's all very more towards the player. Geared more towards you get the benefit of the doubt, which is a very odd turn. In most games I find that it's much more the enemies get the benefit of the doubt. The AI doesn't set off the traps and you do kind of thing. This game, it feels like it's more... Oh, just clicked... Now they're there, by the way. I clicked outside the window because I was trying to swing down at this guy. And clicked out of the game and paused it. Love that the game pauses when it doesn't have window focus. Hate that it's difficult to hit the stuff that's towards the bottom. And what are these things? These skeletons, I'm not really sure. Oh! Oh, shit. So I hit the skeleton and then all the traps went off. Oh, shit. Ah, god dang it. I felt like my controls when I hit that guy were swapped, which is very odd. Let's hit this one. Oh. Okay, so you must have to hit these things in a certain order, would be my guess. Or do we have to hit them all fast enough? Nope, see that one? I hit it, nothing happened. Now let's try this one. All the traps went off, and that one closed. So let's go back into this one. Kinda not a huge fan of this sort of puzzle, because once you know what you're doing, it's just a matter of knowing where the safe spots are, and trial and error. It'd be nice if it's somewhere like in a previous room, there'd been sort of a hint about this puzzle. You know, Zelda does a good job of not giving you a puzzle without giving you the solution to. Okay, so there's that one. This one? Oh. Nope. So now I gotta hit those. See, I wish they would just stay. Again, not a huge complaint. And in fact, I'm just being a whine ass right now. Which shouldn't surprise any of you if you've been here long enough to know my style. Whine assery is kind of my thing. Oh. So now we know it for faux show. There's this one. Top right, bottom left, bottom right. And then, was it middle? I've already forgotten which one I tried. Yeah, it was middle and then this one. And ta-da! Puzzle complete. And because you have all these extra lives, which by the way I'm noticing are not refilling after every room, so that must have been something that only happened in the tutorial. So it must be like per dungeon you get that many lives. Nope, that was close. That was close. He almost got me. But then he didn't. I thought that guy was already dead. He was not. There we go. And because of my backswing, I actually get some hits on these guys even when I'm not looking at them. And you can see the little death thing appears on me when I'm about to die from this trap. Game being very, very kind, giving you the heads up that, if you don't move pretty soon, you might want to consider that. So you got the sub-boss key. And you can see on my map where that's going to be useful. All the way to the left over here, in case you had forgotten. Love the mini-map, by the way. Big fan of the mini-map. Wish it was a little bit more transparent. Kind of wish it was up here and not like in the center of your screen. That being said, I don't know, and my lives did refill. So I'm not sure what refills your lives. If it's every room or what. And this is a wave room. You can see in the bottom corner it says wave 1 of 4. So you just got to kill everybody and then the next wave will come out. So, it's like a boss rush or a mob rush type deal. Also want to be very careful not to step on all these frickin' traps. Traps galore. Oh, I just got eaten. That's the first time I think one of those scrubs has actually gotten a kill on me. Because usually I hit them out of the air because the game is so gracious with its hitboxes. Where I can get the swing on them and they basically cannot get the swing on me. Let's just camp this spawn spot a little bit here. So, as you can see, the sword, very useful, nice wide swing. There's actually another couple weapon classes. I didn't pick up those. There was a staff and an axe. The axe had more damage but swang much slower. Oh shit, get out of there. There we go. And the staff thing had a fast speed, but I imagine that it attacks directly in front of you. It doesn't have this arc. I'm a big fan of the arc, so I kind of want to keep the arc weapon. Just because it makes it so much easier, in my humble opinion, to land shots when you have a nice wide arc in your swing. Because the games, the way you click and where you swing, it doesn't always feel like it's as responsive as it could be. That being said, because the game is so gracious with its hitboxes, it doesn't matter very often. If you're trying to swing, down and to the left, you end up swinging just straight down. I want to attack over here, but I'm attacking right here. Doesn't matter too much, just because of the wide swing and the amazing hitboxes. So that was wave 2. And by the way, I don't know if you saw, I've been just making tons of money here. There's so much money that it's like, I'm going to be able to buy everything, it feels. Oh, shit! Get out of there. There we go. It is getting a little tough. The game is not super easy in these rooms. However, as you can see, I've taken, one death? So maybe I shouldn't be saying it's not super easy, because it actually still appears to be, even when you're being kind of ganked like this. I can see where that little U icon that you can get to appear right above where your character is can be useful in a room like this. If you lose track of your guy, you're basically in a swarm of other dudes. Oh, just hit the trap. Damn. Not a huge deal, because you get so many lives. Yeah, so that U thing that appears when you die, I can see where that'd be useful. I can now see that that was a good addition. And you don't have to have it on, which is nice. Those kind of additions where you can turn on a feature, but you don't have to. The game doesn't force you to have it on. Gotta love those. Gotta love those. The enemy types appear to be varied enough. And this is only, the second dungeon? The tutorial and then the first dungeon? So, I look forward to seeing what other enemies this game has in store for me. One more wave. Kill this guy. One more wave. Let's just attack the spawn spot and see if I can get a couple kills here. Oh, man. I thought I was going to be cheap. Nope. The game's like, nah, I don't think so. Those guys are going to spawn and then they're going to just slam on you. I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine. Punishing me for being cheap. Which, again, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Oh, I just bit it, though. And is that my last guy? This is my last dude. I better not fuck it up here. Let's be careful. Let's quit playing fast and loose and start playing more cautious. There we go. I think if I just kind of keep myself in some safer areas and let the enemies come to you, don't let yourself get piled up on. You swing fast enough that you can kind of keep them all at bay too, which is nice. At least with this weapon. I'm not sure how fast you swing with the axe. Again, I didn't buy any of the other weapons. I just bought the sword. Because it looked like it was the obvious choice. Especially as someone who does not have any experience with this game. It seemed like the sword was a safe bet. A good balance between damage and speed. So there you go. I got all my deaths back. And a key to another sword. So this actually has a whole other floor. The dungeon's a little bigger than I thought it would be. To be honest with you, actually, let's go a little bit farther. Let's go a little bit farther. Oh, what do we got here? Well, this is different. All this bramble and stuff on the walls. The decorations are nice. These made me think that there was a chance I could fall through them. There's not, as far as I can tell. Maybe there's bombs that you can get later. Oh, another little puzzle room. Don't want to feel like an idiot and mess up the puzzle. You know, because that's a little embarrassing. If I break this, I can throw one right over. Is that something I want to do? That is something I want to do. Is that something I want to do right now, though? Would be the question. Or does it make sense to keep that? I think it does not. Can I actually push these? You cannot. Okay, so you cannot push those. In that case... Huh. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. Let's break this. Right, and let's take the easy one. Push this over there. Like so. Come down her. Push this over like so. Push this up like so. Then grab this guy. Push him to the left. For a second there, I thought he was going to push it at an angle and I was going to have totally messed it up. Over. And then down. So these puzzles aren't too hard. Again, first dungeon, so not expecting like any brain busters here. There we go. Another room filled with mobs, and actually is a total counter in the corner that lets you know how many mobs there are. So I know how many more mobs I have to go. I want to get that. Oh, shit! Who stepped on the switch? I guess the enemies can step on the switch. Or maybe the switch is on a timer. Oh. Careful. Careful. Jeez. I'm not sure if the enemies are hitting those switches or if the switches are on timers. Either way, gotta pay more attention. Gotta be careful here. Let's come down here. Kill these mage scrubs. Yeah, I guess they're on timers, so they don't see any switches at all. 75, and, oh, don't be stuck in front of the little arrow traps here. There we go. Oh, shit, he wasn't dead! Wow, I thought he was dead. He was not dead. That's one of the things about letting your guard down. Right? You can't let your guard down. You do get a lot of leeway in this game, though. Just because you have so many lives. And most of the stuff stuns you and doesn't kill you. And the traps will kill you. These guys will kill you. Exploding guys kind of... don't seem to be much of an issue. So there we go. Come right up here. Oh, I clicked out of the window again. Something you gotta watch out for. You know, it kind of sounds like bitching, but when you run the game in windowed mode, you do have to watch out for clicking out. And that's more my problem than the game's problem. Boss keys. So here we go. We've got the final... And it looks like the traps have stopped going off because the room is cleared. This will be our first boss. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't want to look like a fool. But before I jump in there, let me just say, this game definitely gets my, like... How would you call it? My thumbs up rating. I don't really have like a rating system. I'm actually going to click outside the game here for a sec. It does feel like a very good game. I enjoy it. I think that it is worth checking out. It is on Desura. It's on Desura right now. You can pick it up. The demo is free, so you can get the game and try it out. If you end up picking up the game, it's only $4. It's only $4, and I must have got it in some bundle because I didn't actually buy it outright. I think I got it in the indiebundle.org dungeon bundle, which was going on quite a while ago, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if you can still get it there, but like I said, it's not that expensive, and so it's definitely worth checking out. Whoa! So that boss room was just a trapdoor. Oh! The guy versus Mombi, the Unstoppable. It didn't hurt so bad. Is this an arena? Oh, where's his hands? Whoa, easy pal, what's up? You shall not pass. You know, I'm pretty sure that I've heard that line somewhere else. Anyway, why so much anger? Chill, man. Kill! Ha! He will try. Bring it on. Oh, so he's like a runner. Oh! And he just hurt himself. So I can already see the gimmick on this boss fight. Didn't do a ton of damage, and I can see the spike traps, and I want to be extra careful not to mess myself up here. And yep. Oh, that one actually killed me. I'm not sure why that killed me. I guess because he moved the barrier. Let me go make myself a little bit farther. Yeah, he must have damaged the barrier, and in doing so, caused me damage by pushing it into me. So let's just move on to the next barrier. It looks like you don't actually have to, you don't actually have to use the barriers to stun him. It looks like you can indeed hit him when he's just kind of wandering around. That being said, though, it makes much more sense to, like, use the barriers. Use the barriers when you can, right? You get a couple free shots there. Oh, I just bumped into him. So, if you bump into him, you get stunned. It doesn't appear to kill you. Whoa! Again, stunning, not killing. So he's got to obviously charge into you to kill you. And look at this damage I'm doing. It's not great, but look how much of a risk I'm taking versus my reward. One of the issues with the game, I'm on hard mode. I don't know if you saw that when I loaded up the game. I'm on hard. Oh, shit. That did it. But your lives are basically just... Oh, he just, like, lost interest in that charge. Your lives are just hit points, pretty much, and as such. And they recharge after every room, it would appear. So as such, you're never in much danger. Even in hard mode. Game could get much harder, though. Not counting it out. Come on, buddy. Shebang! No problemo. Ooh, couple crits in there. You can tell they're crits because they do like twice the damage of a normal hit, or in some cases up to 3 times the damage of a normal hit. Yep. Boom! There goes the barrier. Click, 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 click. I don't know if you can hear me just tapping away at the button. Oh! Did not get away quick enough for that, but I've still got one extra guy left, so I'm not super freaked out at this point. Let's just use this barrier, and let's stop... Oh, actually, this one up here. And let's stop playing fast and loose, and just... We had our fun. Now let's just kill him. Yeah, not gonna risk it. Not gonna get the couple extra hits in there. And... there we go. This should be enough to kill him, hopefully. Oh, maybe not, actually. Let's let him hit the barrier one more time. I'm surprised. He seems to get out of that stun. Sometimes pretty quick, and other times not so much. It only was 2 hits left, so... There we go. You got all my lives back. Open this baby up. 500 rupees. Key to the creepy catacombs. Catacombs. Tons of money. I came, I saw, I kicked your ass. Well, I gotta get out of here. But how? Whoever made this trap, he didn't expect anyone to survive. Hey, buddy, how about pressing the action button faster so I'll magically appear outside? And there we go! So the game is very tongue-in-cheek. It knows it's a game. It parodies a lot of popular culture references. I don't mind that in an indie game. If this was a AAA title, I'd be like, I don't know, maybe that's cool, maybe not. Look at this, I can get this better sword. So there we go. Let's buy it. And there's the axe. And there's the spear. I guess I'll buy those two, because why the hell not? I don't know if buying them will make him stock the better. There's Whirlwind and Shout. I bought Sprint because it was the only one available. But now you can teach me the Whirlwind thing, you can teach me the Shout thing. I don't want either of those, to be honest with you. They don't really interest me that much. I'm going to swap my sword out. Get the better sword. And there we go. Let's leave. Let's go check out the witch. Can buy these, which are better amulets that give me more attempts at a room. Rest of some boots allows to walk over puddles and water without slipping. Maybe I should pick those up. And then rings. Reduce time spent frozen. Makes resistant to fire. Decreases sticky goo. Makes your weapon ethereal. Ethereal weapons won't collide with walls, but will deal 25% less damage. So there is some strategy involved in what it is you buy and equipped. And you can also check out the enemies that you fought, and you can fight a bunch of them if you want to train. Just basically to find out if your weapons are going to be effective against them, how many hits it's going to take to kill them. And then here's this. Try to get chest before it runs out. Oh. Well, oops. That was real cool. In a surviving room, try to kill every enemy, and otherwise the monsters will begin overpopulating. There's all these little hints and stuff that you can get. let's go on back right out of there, return to the map, save my game. This was, / is, Guy versus the Wicked and Nefarious Land. You see up here's Wicked and Nefarious Land, you are Guy, and basically you do your best to get through the dungeons. I would give it my thumbs up. I think it is a good game, especially at the price point, especially if you're into indie games, and especially if you like The Legend of Zelda, which obviously this game was heavily influenced by. So there you go. Check it out. There will be a link in the description below. Feel free to click that. I always say support the indie devs. This game had a patch as recent as 3 months ago, so it's probably not currently still being actively developed, per se, but the developers did take care, fixed a bunch of bugs and stuff when the game first came out, which I love to see indie developers taking care of their children. And of course I'm referring to the games as their children. So hey, if you stuck with me this far, thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. Have a good one. Take care. And would you do me a favor before you go? Would you stay classy? Thanks, friends. Till next time.